nigga. The motherfucking champ, nigga. 50-0. Fuck that motherfucking punk-ass McGregor, you bitch. Fuck him. Motherfucking champ, nigga. Yeah, nigga. That's what you get for coming to a motherfucking gang fight with a butter knife, you bitch-ass motherfucker. Fuck you, nigga. Money team. Champ, nigga. Where the party at, Floyd? Yeah. Hi, honey.
Talk some shit now. I got one more rib left for you.
50-0, nigga. Hey, McGregor a bad motherfucker, though. I give him his. He got hard. He got hard.
Back to the daily grind. The channel's getting false flagged by triggered trolls, so make sure you subscribe to the new channel. Let's get to the MMA news. Before I get to hashtag fire Snoop, I just wanted to say thoughts and prayers to everybody affected by Hurricane Harvey. That shit's real, man. I've been at work all day. I've seen some of the coverage. I've seen, man, that shit's crazy out there. So if anybody listening knows anybody affected, I hope everybody's safe. Stay safe. Hope everybody fucking gets through that shit. But yeah. So let's get to some escapism. Let's escape from that shit for a little while, from the bad news, and get to hashtag fire Snoop. Well, maybe some more bad news for Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's under fire, came under fire for posting his immediate reaction to social media right after Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. He posted that video you saw and he said, "Fuck Conor McGregor, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, time man, dude." Nah, you see, he was going crazy. "Hey, bitch ass nigga, come to the motherfucking knife fight with a butter knife, cuz. Fuck you, time man, cuz." You know, Snoop Dogg, motherfucking gang banging, slanging, doing his thing. But now, I will say this. I don't have a problem with Snoop Dogg saying what he said at all. I mean, everybody has said fuck somebody. Whether you said fuck John Jones, whether you said fuck Daniel Cormier, whether you said fuck Jose Aldo, you've said fuck somebody. That's not the problem. The problem is Snoop Dogg is hired by the UFC as a commentator. Even though, you know, if you want to see him, you have to click on it. So even though there's a leeway there, and one thing I'll say is Snoop Dogg's only got one more week of work. As far from what I know, there's only one more week of UFC Fight Pass, and he's only contracted for Fight Pass. So whether he gets fired or not, he only has one more week. So I mean, he's gonna be let go anyways in about fucking 3 days. So it doesn't matter if he gets fired. But the problem is he was hired by the UFC to do commentary work, and I will say, man, if you watch the Snoop cast, man, he says some cringy shit. It's pretty disrespectful. But at the same time, I, as someone who understands more of where Snoop Dogg comes from than a lot of people, I understand he's not trying to be disrespectful. He's trying to be entertaining, but he's not qualified for the job, so he's trying to do the best he can, and he's just not qualified for the job. So he got hired for a job he's not qualified for, so therefore it's very cringeworthy. He will disrespect fighters on there, but he just doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like a casual fan who got hired for UFC commentary. That's what it is. But he's worse than a casual fan because he doesn't even watch MMA. I mean, he does now more than now that he's hired, but he watches like the John Jones fights and a couple Tyron Woodley fights, but he couldn't tell you the name of 5 champions, I guarantee you, off the top of his head. He's more casual than my brother the Microwave. And so this is like a guy, they literally hired an old rapper dude, you know, to do commentary, and I like his commentary. I like the aspect he brings, except for when he gets to the disrespectful lines. Like, Snoop Dogg's a legend, but if you're gonna be hired to do UFC commentary, you gotta kind of be able to take the job serious. He's just doing it as like a little fun thing, like a summer job, you know, and maybe that's what they hired him to do. Who knows? You know, if they hired him and said, "All right, Snoop Dogg, but you gotta get serious about this," then he's fucking up. But I honestly don't think that's what they hired him for. I think they hired him to draw in more of the casual fan, but not in the way he's doing it, man. If you listen to him when he's on Snoopcast, he'll say shit like, "Man, he don't know what the fuck he's doing, man. He's supposed to be throwing this right now." He doesn't know. He can't tell when somebody's just defending, when somebody's using a defensive technique. He'll think they need to be being offensive. He literally doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about usually when these fights come. But he will say some fun stuff, or, you know, whenever someone's about to get finished, he'll like sing "Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop." You know, he'll sing a motherfucker to sleep when he thinks they're about to go out. So it gets pretty funny sometimes, but definitely gets cringy. He's not qualified for the job, and that is a fact. Now, I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg. I love a lot of his music. He had like his own little YouTube channel called like GGN I used to watch a long time ago that was really good. He's, you know, big into the pot community, the weed community, the marijuana community, whatever fucking word you want to use for it, you know. And you know, a lot of I'm fine with that. You know, I'm a fan of that. So I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg as a person, as an entertainer, but for UFC commentary, he's just not qualified for the job. So I have to say, hashtag fire Snoop. Man, I will say I have watched every single episode of the Snoopcast, so I'm probably more qualified than some people than to talk about this, because I've did a recap on every episode as well, and it's the Snoopcast. Every single week I watch the Snoopcast. I've never watched anything but the Snoopcast because it's fun to watch Uriah Faber and Snoop Dogg. But this is one thing I will say too, man. They let guys drink and smoke weed. Uriah Faber doesn't smoke weed, but he'll be drinking gin and juice with Snoop Dogg, so they let Snoop Dogg smoke weed in there. So I mean, they're pretty lax with Snoop Dogg when it comes to the Snoopcast. They got their own little booth. You have to click on to it to see it. So if you're disrespected by Snoop Dogg, you can just watch Brian Stan and Eve Edwards do the commentary, or what's his name? Is it Eve Edwards? I'm pretty sure it's Eve Edwards, right? You can just watch. You can watch them do the commentary if you want, or sometimes there's Paul Feld on there. I mean, I've never watched that. I'm fine with the Snoopcast. I do cringe when Snoop Dogg's talking, but Uriah Faber does a good job of explaining it to him. You know, it's good to have someone that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about mixed with somebody who does, because he explains the fight to him. Now, Snoop Dogg isn't as receptive as he probably should be. Like when Uriah Faber's explaining something, Snoop Dogg's not really listening. He's like, fuck that, cuz. Yeah, get him, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop Dogg's definitely not qualified for the job. I mean, I'm fine with the hashtag fire Snoop. But like I said, he's only got 1 or 2 more days on the damn job. So if they don't fire him, I mean, I don't care. I'm not about to fucking go on Twitter and make a bunch of funny posts, hashtag fire Snoop. I'm not that fucking active, and I'm not active, but I mean, I don't care about it that much. I'm not an activist like that, so it's not that serious to me if they keep him. I mean, you can tune out. You're not forced to watch. Now, if you're a guy that says, well, I really want to see Uriah Faber and I have to see Snoop Dogg, I understand where you're coming from. If you want to tune in for the Uriah Faber cast, even though it's called the Snoop cast, it's not even called the Snoop and Uriah cast. So it's the Snoop cast. If you're disrespected by the Snoop cast, tune the fuck out. Just like if you don't like what the fuck I say about boxing, tune the fuck out. It's not that simple. By the way, let me get the fucking punk ass troll buster, dude. I gotta call you out for a second, and that fucking nigga Gary Jr. in the comments. What the fuck y'all talking about? Motherfucker gonna come in the comments talking about, damn, you're still talking about Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather? Get over it. You sound like you're salty. I'm gonna start calling you full-time salt. Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, I swear to God you're corny for that, bro. What the fuck type of dog shit is that? Do you not realize that's the biggest topic in fucking MMA, and I'm an MMA channel, and that's what the fuck my fucking, it's not even a job because I don't get paid for this shit. Do you realize that's what the fuck I'm here to do, is talk about MMA? So on the fucking day after on the MMA Hour, the biggest MMA show, when they're talking about Floyd Mayweather versus fucking Conor McGregor, and Holly Holm, a former professional boxer, gives her take on it, and she says it was an early stoppage, I'm gonna fucking post that, you fucking clown. Why the fuck are you still clicking on those videos? Do you think I'm gonna change my mind? If you're fucking feeling some type of way, don't click on that video, you fucking clown. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I almost deleted your comment, but I'm, man, fuck this clown. What the fuck? I'll get at him, pussy. What the fuck you talking about? Dude, put a call on deck. You know what it is. Troll Buster can be the next troll call. Fuck you, time mad, dude. Day one hitter on deck, but you got me fucked up. Anyway, so it is what it is. Hashtag fire Snoop. I'm fine with it. I do think he's not qualified for the Snoop cast, but if they're hiring him as a casual fan, I don't know. But even then, man, just as a casual fan, he's not receptive to Uriah Faber's commentary, but it's the Snoop cast. So you got to see, I understand if you're fine with it. You know, it's the Snoop cast. You can tune the fuck out. And like I said, if you're a fucking Lakers fan, you probably said fuck the Celtics. If you're a John Jones, or if you're a Daniel Cormier fan, you probably said fuck John Jones. If you're a Conor McGregor fan, you probably said fuck Jose Aldo. If you're, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've said fuck somebody, but the difference is we're not hired by the UFC. That's the difference. So since he is hired by the UFC, I'm fine with the whole hashtag fire Snoop, and I don't think he's actually qualified for UFC or for the Snoop cast, but it is the Snoop cast, so you don't have to fucking watch it. I watch it for the entertainment. I mean, I'm watching the fight. Uriah Faber still brings knowledge to it, so if you don't like fucking Snoop Dogg, then fucking tune out. But if you want to boycott UFC Fight Pass because you're a fucking activist and a fucking what is it, a social justice warrior or something, go boycott UFC Fight Pass. Half you motherfuckers don't watch the people talking about boycott Fight Pass probably don't even got Fight Pass. I know I'm not boycotting no fucking Fight Pass, dude. There's a whole fucking UFC library on here. You don't even gotta click the Snoop cast. So with that being said, I'm fine with both sides. I don't give a fuck what it is. If Snoop Dogg gets fired, I won't give a fuck. If he stays hired, I'll tune into the Snoop cast. I'm out. What the fuck you telling me, dude? And by the way, Troll Buster's a bitch. Mega Monkey, where you at? Mega Monkey, get on that fucking dude. I swear to God, Mega Monkey, Mega Monkey's gonna be winning the fantasy fight. It is what it is. I'm out. Fuck you, Time Man.